Coach, getting back on the winning side of things against a good UT Arlington team that's won 4 out of their last 5 coming into this one. Just overall thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I really think guys were excited about playing today. They did a good job coming out. Did a good job during BP preparing, and did a good job on Monday. Bunch of guys around the ballpark, and guys are excited about showing up, playing every day.
Bouncing off a loss for the first time, what was it like coming into this game? Or bouncing off a home loss, I should say, for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we hadn't really thought too much about it. I mean, really, in this game, you're going to have some good and some bad, and you got to flush it and have a short-term memory. And I know the guys probably weren't, as far as for our staff. I mean, again, you're just trying to prepare for the day and put Sunday behind you on Sunday. I mean, you're not thinking about it on Tuesday.
Coach, what do you think of Zane Petty's performance 5 innings as the freshman?
Thought he's really good. Thought he commanded the ball. He's got a real out pitch and commanded the fastball and set up the out pitch.
Go ahead.
The out pitch you're referring to being his
Breaking ball.
Can you speak to, I guess, just the difficulty of, I think he only pitched like 2 or 3 innings for the season before tonight. Just to be ready when he finds his opportunity.
Yeah, there is a challenge there, and but it's still really early. These guys, obviously, they're still throwing bullpens and doing their due diligence week to week. But he did, like for a guy that, like you just said, I mean, that I hadn't thrown in a while. I don't think he's thrown since we were at Minute Maid. Threw the ball, I mean, as far as in a game, threw the ball awful good. Something to be said for that.
Coach, a chilly night, almost 4,000 people here. You got your 250th win at home over the weekend. You know, what can you say about what this home field has become for your team?
Yeah, I mean, we love our fans. We really appreciate it when they come to the ballpark. We love it when they're loud. You know, obviously, it's a great place to play, and it's a great place to play because of the fans. I mean, and it's and so as far as all the other stuff you mentioned, the 250 stuff, nobody's counting any of that. And what you really want to do is you want to keep getting better and try to win the last game.
Coach, what did you think of Jarrett Curtis's approach at the plate today?
Oh, it's pretty good. You know, like for him to extend that last at bat would have been awesome. He did extend it a couple pitches, and but really thought it was competitive. And if you didn't notice, I mean, every ball he hit on the ground was bang bang at first base. And you know, really excited coming to the ballpark to watch him play today. I mean, he's just because of the speed. It's so dynamic, and I mean, maybe we can get 5,000. I mean, let people know he's playing. He can really run. I mean, he's going to be fun to watch.
Have he and Harrelson had a foot race yet?
They have before, and I think they'd argue who's faster. They would definitely argue, no doubt about it.
You
I
said,
don't know if it's since they've been here.
yeah. You mentioned at one point that they kind of pushed each other in recruitment a little bit, despite even playing similar positions. I mean, what's that been like for them as teammates?
I think you'd have to ask them. I mean, coming in, it was neat watching them help get each other here. I mean, they were kind of pulling for each other to get to school. But as far as since then, again, like I think they've done a good job of helping each other. But you'd have to ask them specifically what it'd be like.
Austin Green, triple short of the cycle tonight, plus a walk. Not a necessarily prototype big slugger guy, but what is it that kind of makes you comfortable having him in a cleanup spot?
Yeah, I think he makes really good swing decisions. As the timing gets better as we go, he's going to hit more and more balls hard. And but really the ability to move on the right pitches is really probably the biggest thing for us.
Coach, y'all have turned 27 double plays this year. I don't know if there's much of a science behind putting yourself in situations
Yeah.
like that. But what's that, I guess, just say about your defensive effort with this team?
Yeah, I mean, Austin's part of that. He can really make the pivot. He can really turn double plays. Got a good arm. He's pitched before, and that's a big part of it. And getting the ball off the ground's a big part of it. And the guys are doing a good job of doing those two things.
Was Will Burns, was he available tonight?
He was not.
Was not.
He was not.
Was he gonna be down for an extended
Yeah,
period?
that's interesting because he said he threw 150 footballs every day in football practice in the fall. I was like, man, we just need about 10 throws. And we were talking about that. He's a little sore, so he'll get going.
Is that a run deal for him? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't
No.
say that.
I know you don't want to talk about injuries, but the report that Dylan's out for 6 to 8 weeks with a broken wrist. Can you?
Who told you that?
Nobody told me that.
Yeah.
That's been reported.
You know the coolest thing about Dylan Carter? He was in the ER X-rays Sunday evening till almost 10. And then he was up here at 8 a.m. going to get something else done. And then, think about this. Today, no, it was Monday. Needless to say, he's going to work out Monday morning. He's the first guy in the parking lot. And then he's in the cage today with the guy he hits with every day early. And he can't do anything. And he's in there. And he got full uniform on, being a good teammate, out there in BP, helping outfielders. Just really high character guy.
When
He
you
was
said-
on pace to hit 50 done. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know that,
yeah.
but I asked him about if he knew who Brady Anderson was. He didn't.
He didn't know boy, he
No,
is.
didn't Brady Anderson hit 50
He hit
one
50,
year?
yeah.
Center
You said
field.
he was in the cage. You mean
He was in there helping.
right? Yeah.
Feed
He didn't have a
machines,
he didn't have a
feed
batting
machines
center,
flipping. No,
Yeah.
he's not hitting, but he was in there. Pretty cool. I mean, one of the first two in there for the day. That's pretty neat.
Can you confirm that time frame on him for how for him being down?
I can
6 to 8
confirm it. He said 4 to 6 weeks. So
He said Dylan said 4 to
Dylan
6.
did. Doctor might have said the other.